Hey SOW community, this is Zalon coming back at you with another Shadows of War mobile videos. And in this video we're going to go over glory farming and glory farming for your orcs, which I feel like is very underrated by a lot of players and some of the other YouTubers I've seen right now. Glory farming is how you get your orcs to go from where they currently are at 1 star that right here you can see it says evolve with glory to increase their power stat growth per level stat growth, which means you want to get them more stars the faster as possible. Obviously, leaving them at 1 star and leveling them all the way up isn't going to be as helpful as having multiple stars, just like your champions. And I know a lot of people concentrate on your champions, but having that fifth slot and having it so that you have a good orc there to always be able to help you in all your battles and all your warlords that you do and all your regular stuff that you're trying to 3 star and blah blah blah, or just survive through it if that's the case, just to get the rewards at the end, and you don't care about 3 starring or not, you still need a good orc to help you sometimes. So, and I'm just going to go over real quick here in the very beginning, because after you use, and I'll show you right here, here's 3 examples. Glob was, oh no, not that one. Hertz, I just battled with him a little bit ago. All the overlords take 3 hours. You can see it right here. They take 3 hours to become available again when you use them. So even if you have a team of 3 overlords, you can use it for 3 battles, and then after all 3 of them are waiting, you then have to pay gems to bring them back. So having a very large team of good orcs is very important. And that's what I'm trying to let everybody know, because I've been looking around and it seems like not too many other people out there have more than a few orcs, maybe even a dozen. I have 30 out of 30, as you see here. I'm always at max. I'm always either dueling or sending orcs out on jobs, all 5 orcs at the same time. I'll go over what you can do to get the best amount of glory and for the least amount of having to worry about resurrection tokens. I'm going to go over all this in this video. It's a lot of information, so please stick with me. It's a lot of good information that can really help you get, as you see, look at this top line. Um, I'm not. There's no way to actually put money into the game to get higher level orcs. It's only you and your glory and the glory that you're able to obtain in the game to be able to get these orcs to higher levels. So let's get into it. So at the bottom here, as you can see, like I was just showing, with the Overlord, the War Chiefs, they have a 2 hour time back, and then the captains have a 1 hour time back to be able to use them again. So most people are going to be using their overlords, as I do when you're trying to do hard stuff. So like I said, bigger team, the better, and the more you're going to be able to play, the more you're going to be able to achieve, without having to wait for that time or spend the gems. So let's get into how exactly do you get the most glory when you are branding your orcs. When you have a brand new captain that you brand, they come with, let's see, I have one right. Do I not have any available right now? I should. Hold on. Oh, maybe not. I was going to say, when you have a brand new level 1 captain, they come with 10 glory already. Um, Maybe I have one down here that I can show. There you go. You see, he came to me and he already has 10 glory. So whenever you actually, if you're farming them when you brand them to just immediately kill them, it's only going to get you 10 glory at a time. And then war chiefs, when you get them for the first time, they come with 20. So that's not bad either. But I typically, and then of course overlords, when you first get them, they also come with 30, but this is 37 because he already went out on a job for me. But yeah, I typically like to take those level ones, whether they're and most of the time captains, or sometimes the war chiefs, because I get a bit more of them now, and they're not as hard to get more as I continue to farm works, just to make sure that I stay at 30 of 30. Um, So, with that in mind, those are the base glories that come with captains, war chiefs, and overlords 10, 20, 30. So, uh, I typically like I said, you want to build that up a little bit before you kill them. I find that to be the best because you get actually some benefits for that. So let's get into the orc jobs and show you what I mean by that. I have one low risk orc recruitment mission out right now. The orcs that are out doing that are pretty much all level 1. And if any of them die, it's really here's I'll be getting into the how much it costs for the actual resurrection here very shortly. But it's not a lot. So when it comes, and it doesn't matter because if they die, they may die with only a little bit of extra glory. That's not a big deal. It's the ones that get through all the time, which actually happens more often than not. Try it yourself, and you will find out what I'm telling you is absolutely true. Occasionally, you may lose one or two, but it's not going to be a big deal on low risk. Because, again, here, let me show you. I'm going to send out a low risk 12-hour raid, and I'm going to use one, like, majority of just level 1s, maybe one of my level 10s, maybe. And the only reason I keep these level 10s around is so when you send them out on jobs like, and they're 1 star, they're level 10 1 stars, but they're war chiefs. I have a couple of them, and I only keep them around for if you need them. And what I mean by if you need them is instead of using all my regular overlords in every battle that I go into, I typically take a war chief in every once in a while on some of the easier ones because you never know. Every once in a while, you'll come across a nemesis that'll be beating you up bad, and you want to just, but you don't want to waste one of your overlords because again, you have to wait 3 hours to get them back. So having a level 10 war chief isn't too bad. They can come in, they can help you out just a little bit, just enough to get you through a level or get the 3 star without losing one of your people. So again, having a well-rounded orc group, a couple level 10 war chiefs. I personally don't take them above that. I level them up. I had leveled a bunch up to level 10 in the very beginning when I first started playing, and I've kept them there. And I have sent a bunch of them out on these low-risk missions. And guess what? I've only really lost like one. And it's good that I did, because then I could find out exactly how much it costs to actually to resurrect them. So like I was saying, it's not bad to take these guys because they do bank up the glory. And eventually, as they bank up their glory, they're taking. The time's going to go by whether you send these people out or not. Might as well get something. Avoiding all of this and not sending these orcs out, every player that doesn't do this is literally giving up beneficial glory that you could be using and farming. See, there you go. Look at these guys. They're nothing special, and they can definitely farm out and get me some good glory. And the ones that have a red, they typically don't get as much glory because he's at 10 right there. But look, he only gets 5. See how much glory each one of these guys get for being away for 12 hours? And like I said, each one of them, maybe one may die out of the whole group, or maybe two, but still 3 of them get through. It's a thing where I lose one or two here and there. It's not going to kill you, but a lot of them are going to still get a bunch of glory that'll be able to help. It's all about the farming. Um, but what I'm going to do here is, since what I mean by he's red is these power numbers down here show you, see, benefits. See, beneficial orc traits. These things right here are going to give you a bonus. These things right here are going to penalize your orcs. So look, he has the bonus. And they make it easy for you. You don't have to actually go in and find out which orc traits that these guys all have. They make it easy. They make this one blue, this one red, and this one white. Which means benefit, not a benefit, and just going to get exactly what you would get if you were just a level 6 overlord. So let's show what a benefit one. He gets 7, even though he's level 1 compared to a level 10, and they're, you know, so that there is a difference in how much you get out of these based on if they are, and each one of these beneficial work traits and penalizing work traits change every time. It's not always the same. Whew, like I said, a lot of information, so stick with me. All right, so, and who else are we gonna send for the last person? Let's send. Let's send Lutz. It's fine. Alright, and then the last job that I'm sending is the no risk. This is the best job and should always be used all the time with maxed, all your best. I swear to you, if you do not use all your best ones on this mission all the time, you are missing a ton of glory. A ton, and I will show it to you right here, right now. I'm going to send out a bunch of my best. 8. I'm going to leave at least a couple so I can actually still play with them. That's the whole point of having a whole bunch of good overlords that you could do this. Look at that. 42. Okay, he's going to be going for a full day. I know, but look how much glory they get. And this is how you're going to be able to level them up to 3 and 4 and 5 stars a lot faster, is sending them away. So here we go. There's one. And we will also send away Radug. And I was just looking for any ones that have blue on this one, but they don't. Most of them are all white. So that, Upka, and this guy. Now see, notice he's only level 6. Notice he only gets plus 15. So the higher level ones actually are getting a lot more glory in this. But he needs some experience, so I'm going to send him away. And not Gorgu, because on this one, look, red. Even though 14, it's almost the same as being level 6. So, we will send... There we go. We do need to leave a couple, heavy hitters so that I can still go out and do some stuff at the same time. And be able to level up some of my other guys. Or orcs, I should say. But there you go. I mean, obviously saw how much glory I had there for each one of them. So it was crazy. So it's a huge benefit. Send out all your best for that mission every day, or else you're you're basically leaving all that great glory on the table. Let's see. My optimal team is 7 captains, which is like a 5-man team to go out with 2 extra, 7 chiefs, which is a 5-man team with 2 extra, and 16 overlords, which is a 5-man team and 11 extra. Again, I don't have that yet. I have a lot of other. I don't have anywhere close to that many overlords, but I am working on it. But as you see how I am leveling them up, I still have the ability, and leveling them up and being able to have enough grog means that I'm going out and actually defeating a lot of nemesis on the regular basis, because you get good rewards like the grog you need to be able to level them up from doing those. So let's see if I have any right now. A little bit, yeah, because I was doing some. But leveling these guys up doesn't take much as long as you're doing that on a regular basis. But I also don't level up. I'm capping the 1-star overlords at 15 until I get them enough glory to be able to raise them to 2-star, and then I take them higher. I kind of do it as a step process. If you do it like that, you'll find yourself concentrating on the right groups in certain times, and then others, then you can start moving them up the chain too. It's like I said, a leveling step process that I'm doing, and it's working. I mean, it's working well. I don't log into the game ever and find myself without at least a good orc to go into battle with. Let's see. Let's get into resurrection. This is the main part of what a lot of people get worried about, and they don't know who to resurrect, who not to resurrect, blah 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 blah. All right, so we're gonna get into exactly what it costs to get these guys back out. For captains, like I said, I don't really level them up at all, but if I do, I top them out at level 5, because then they'll get a little bit more rewards from going out. And the thing is, I have in here, and of course I've gone through and got all the information, but a level 1 basically costs 35, and you can see right here, 35 resurrection at level 1. Now it does not know, as you see, there is 0 glory there, and there's 11 glory there, and these guys are the same, and they both cost 35 to get out. So it doesn't matter how much glory any of these orcs have. What matters is this what they are, a captain, a war chief, or an overlord, and the level. That's all that matters. And that's what dictates that number of resurrection. So, with that said, the higher the level they are, and we'll move to an area where we have a higher level. Look at this. Here we go. With Ratek the Mountain, he's level 9. He's 81. Now, am I going to resurrect him? No. He doesn't have anything that I really want, and he was one of my first orcs that I ever had. So, of course, I did have he did obtain a decent amount of glory, and I used it for one of my big guys, and that was it. He was done. Now, Snafu the Crafty, he was one of my first level 10 orcs, war chiefs that fell in battle. You see, he's got 59 glory. I'm gonna get that back. I still have 2 days and 18 hours left. See, when they fall, you have 7 days to get them back. 7 days to get enough resurrection coins. Now, that's good. Manage your halls of the dead, just like you. Everything is management in this game. Manage your champions, manage your orcs, manage your halls of the dead, and you have to know how to do each one. And I hope this is a good way of showing you that you have to pick and choose who you want to take back out. And Snafu has 59 glory that I want. So, and I like to have, like I said, those level 10 war chiefs to be able to use whenever you just need an orc. You don't want to use an overlord, but you just need an orc. And also to go in and go on some of the missions and be able to get a decent amount of glory instead of a level 1 war chief, level 10 war chiefs get more glory. So, besides from that, also to war chiefs at 118 for a level 10, it's for a level 1 is 66. So really, it's not horrible. But that's pretty much as high as I want to go on, when it comes down to resurrecting. Because level 1 being 66 for a war chief, is still fine. Like I said, like 118, that's pretty much it for me. Because warlords, or overlords, sorry, overlords, as you see right here, a level 1 overlord is 101. And I don't try to. That was just to, at the time, I think I sent Gubu the Smasher out because you see here I didn't use his 30 that he originally got. I tried to see if he could work on a mission, and he must have passed away on a mission. But I have enough overlords at this point that using 101, and these were all trials and errors. I was doing a lot of experimenting with these works to figure all this info out. So, but like I said, I have enough overlords that one being in here is not going to kill me. Um, but yeah, so like I said, try to do the best you can to resurrect the ones that still have glory and have some levels because you obviously invested in them. If they're a war chief, or especially if they're overlords, but you shouldn't lose any overlords because you shouldn't be sending overlords on any battles that don't that aren't the only one, and you shouldn't be sending them on any jobs. I should say, except for the Disrupt Zog. Disrupt Zog is the only battle you should be sending overlords on. Period. All overlords, unless there's, I think I sent one more chief off, so I don't want to say that all overlords all the time, but sometimes sending a war chief off to also get a whole bunch of glory just so they can be eventually farmed. I mean, kind of used as fodder for your overlords. All right, so I pretty much went over all the stuff for resurrection management. Um, you do get some Nemesis tokens from or resurrection tokens from Nemesis wins. That's where you can get some. There's another place that you can get resurrection tokens, and that, of course, is the $5.99 pack. I have done that once, but that was only because I wanted the VIP coins, and I didn't want to buy a character pack because I like to actually grind for the characters, not pay for them. But besides from that, there's other places you can get resurrection coins as well. You have the option of when that orc job that I was just referring to actually Disrupt Zog gives you a whole bunch of actual resurrection coins. Now, also the benefit of putting a whole bunch of your high level overlords in there is you will actually get a lot more resurrection coins for doing so. I should have pointed that out earlier, but yes, that's how that works. So you actually get a decent amount, like 15, 20, 30 every time they go out when you send higher level groups in. So it is nice. You'd only get like 2 or 4 when you send a whole bunch of level 1s in there. So it's not exactly as recommended. Best way to use that job for your benefit. The other thing is on Tuesdays, and I'm going to do a Warlords actual video event here soon. I have a couple videos all set up here that I'm going to be doing. But the Tuesday, each one of these like actual daily Warlords that happen here, Tuesday is the Deathless. And she gives out resurrection tokens, or you can unlock it at any time for 100 gems. Now, I'm actually going to do that right now, and only because of the video. So, I did this because I want to show that how easy you can get resurrection coins. The more, obviously, that you have, the higher level that you've unlocked, and your player level, obviously, also has a factor in this as well. But you can get a decent amount of resurrection coins in here every Tuesday, and you get 2 chances to do so, which is nice. So definitely make sure you get in on this and get your resurrection coins or tokens on Tuesdays, because they also help a lot. I'm going to obviously take care of that after the video and get some more for myself, because I just spent 100 gems just to open it up to show everybody. But it is definitely something on Tuesdays of every week. That's when that comes out. Uh, um, what else? I wanted to make sure. Um, Requesting grog from your fellowship always helps. That is another thing that can really be beneficial, is if when you are in your screen here, you can see that some people are requesting Tario, Rico, barrels of grog. I've done the same actually. Just, it's helpful to be able to pass around some grog to, make sure that you're upgrading your works as much as possible. Also, too, Stronghold. That's one other thing I wanted to make sure I mentioned about this. Make sure that you always have a steady stream of dominance coming in, so you're able to level up those works. You can have a ton of glory, but if you don't have a bunch of dominance, it's not going to help. So you do always want to make sure that your stronghold is leveled up and you're getting as much dominance as possible. But that's pretty much all I have on exactly the glory farming. So the last thing I guess I'll leave you guys with will be what I do to choose who goes, like for instance the dueling pits. I'll just make some room here for another guy or another orc that I'm going to bring in. But for instance, here's the amputator. He has some really good skills, so I'm going to be focusing on him specifically. And I will be making a best orcs video soon, so be ready for that. Actually, I think that'll be out tomorrow. So be prepared. I'm going to put out a best orcs, because there is a whole bunch of new information that I have that actually will show you exactly how to pick out your best orcs. So you know who to brand and who to not. So be very excited for that. It is coming out, like I said, very soon. But yes, here I will choose. For level 10s, I would like them to be way over, I'd say like 200 or 300, because I need them to be worth actually resurrecting. So unless they for some reason die beforehand, I will not be putting them into any kind of duels. I usually put all my level 1s into duels. I'm going to use... Gosh, I have a whole bunch of overlords here. Alright, so I'm just going to put the cook in. He's only actually earned none. He hasn't done anything really, so he's just going to be straight fodder, but I'll just do that for, again, the video. But typically I like to have them go out for a little bit and actually get me some glory so that they actually benefit a little bit more and make their death worth it. But yeah, make sure you're doing all your work jobs if you really want a glory farm. I'm telling you. Some people may say avoid them because you have to worry about this, that, and the other thing. But if you are doing these raids, you have an option to fill up your orcs all the time. So if you're doing that and you're an active player and you're, trying to get as high level and get your, champions all leveled up and everything else, well, that's great. But if you don't have a fifth orc slot that can help you, you're going to be always at a disadvantage. So I will finish the video concluding because this is the last day of the Palantir pulls for Gandalf. I will finish this video with a Gandalf pull. Wish me luck, everybody. Palantir! Oh, I got Dwarven glyphs. Well, I always do one pull at the beginning and one pull at the end, so we'll see who is going to be... There's a scheduled maintenance tomorrow, if everybody saw that or not in their inbox. But there is scheduled maintenance for tomorrow, which is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is all in PST time. But that is happening tomorrow. But we will, hopefully, when that comes back, get the report that says who the new warlords are going to be for this next week, which will be exciting. So I should be back with another video on that and best orcs tomorrow, like I said. So stay tuned. If you enjoyed the video, please like, and also if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe, because like I have been saying, I will be coming out with more content for Middle-earth Shadows of War Mobile. Alright, thank you everybody for joining me, and I will talk to you guys all again very soon.